Here are 25 interesting facts about soda. 1. The first soft drink was created in the late 1700s by Joseph Priestley, who infused water with carbon dioxide to create carbonated water. 2. Coca-Cola was invented in 1886 by pharmacist John Stith Pemberton and was originally marketed as a medicine. 3. Pepsi was named after dyspepsia, a term for indigestion, as it was initially marketed as a drink to aid digestion. 4. The earliest versions of soda were often mixed with medicinal herbs and sometimes alcohol. 5. The term soda is used mostly in the northeastern U.S., while pop is more common in the Midwest. Other regions have their own terms. 6. Coca-Cola's signature brown color comes from caramel coloring, though there's a popular myth that it was originally green. 7. 7-Up once contained lithium citrate, a mood-stabilizing drug, and was marketed as a mood booster. 8. The first caffeine-free cola was created in the 1980s, decades after sodas became widespread. 9. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, soda fountains and pharmacies were popular social hubs for Americans. 10. The first diet soda, called No Cal, was created in 1952 by Hyman Kirsch for diabetics. 11. Bottling soda only became widespread in the late 19th century, allowing for mass distribution beyond soda fountains. 12. Mountain Dew was originally created as a mixer for whiskey and was named after a slang term for moonshine. 13. In 1985, Coca-Cola attempted to change its formula with New Coke, which was a huge flop and led to a public backlash. 14. Diet sodas use artificial sweeteners like aspartame or sucralose, which makes them calorie-free but often controversial. 15. Gatorade, a sports drink, was created in 1965 for athletes at the University of Florida, combining soda-like qualities with electrolytes. 16. Coca-Cola remains the most popular soft drink in the world, sold in more than 200 countries. 17. The U.S. is one of the top consumers of soda, with the average American drinking about 38 gallons of soda annually. 18. Coca-Cola and Pepsi have been locked in competition, known as the Cola Wars, since the early 20th century. 19. The design of the soda can, including the tab for easy opening, was developed in the 1950s. 20. In the 1950s, the average soda bottle was 6.5 ounces. Today, sizes range up to 20-ounce bottles and even larger. 21. Due to its acidity, soda can be used as a cleaning agent for removing rust and stains. I really can't stop but wonder, what is it doing to the insides of our stomach? 22. The bite of soda isn't just from the bubbles, but also from carbonic acid, created when carbon dioxide reacts with water. 23. Many people prefer Mexican Coke because it is made with cane sugar, unlike the high-fructose corn syrup used in American Coca-Cola. 24. Fanta was developed by Coca-Cola's German branch during World War II when they couldn't import Coca-Cola syrup. 25. The popular science experiment where Mentos and soda create a geyser is due to rapid nucleation of carbon dioxide bubbles around the Mentos surface. Here are 25 interesting facts about ice. 1. Ice exists in multiple forms. Water ice, ice IH, is the most common, but there are at least 18 different crystalline phases of ice, each with different structures. 2. Icebergs are mostly underwater. Around 90% of an iceberg's mass is submerged due to the density difference between ice and liquid water. 3. Ice is slippery due to pressure. The thin layer of liquid water that forms under pressure causes ice to feel slippery. 4. Every snowflake is unique, with no two being exactly the same, though they generally follow a six-sided symmetry. 5. Antarctica holds most of Earth's ice. Approximately 90% of the planet's ice is in Antarctica, which also contains about 70% of the world's fresh water. 6. Methane clathrate, a form of ice that traps methane molecules, exists on other planets and moons. 7. Ice can insulate lakes and ponds in winter, keeping water below from freezing and allowing aquatic life to survive. 8. Glaciers are massive rivers of ice that flow very slowly due to their immense weight. 9. Dry ice is frozen carbon dioxide. Unlike regular ice, dry ice sublimates, turns directly into gas, at minus 78.5 degrees Celsius, 109.3 degrees Fahrenheit. 10. Ice cores reveal climate history. Scientists drilled deep ice cores from glaciers and ice sheets to study past climate changes, going back hundreds of thousands of years. 11. Hot water can freeze faster than cold. Known as the Mpemba effect, hot water sometimes freezes faster than cold water under certain conditions. 12. Ice can form on other planets. Water ice exists on Mars, Europa, a moon of Jupiter, and Enceladus, a moon of Saturn, among other celestial bodies. 13. Ice is less dense than liquid water. This is why ice floats. Most substances are denser in their solid form, but ice forms a crystalline structure that expands, making it less dense. 14. Ice crystals in the sky form halos. When sunlight or moonlight passes through ice crystals in the atmosphere, it can create halos, sundogs, and other optical phenomena. 15. Throughout Earth's history, there have been periods of extensive glaciation known as ice ages, the most recent of which ended about 11,700 years ago. 16. Permafrost is frozen ground. Large areas of land in polar regions have permafrost, where the ground remains frozen for more than 2 consecutive years. 17. Ice can sublimate. Ice can transition directly from a solid to a gas without becoming liquid, especially in dry, cold environments like those found in polar regions. 18. Ice sheets change sea levels. When large ice sheets melt, they contribute to rising sea levels. For example, the melting of the Greenland and Antarctic ice sheets is a major contributor to current sea level rise. 19. Frost forms through deposition. Frost forms when water vapor in the air directly changes to solid ice on surfaces without passing through a liquid phase. 20. The largest ice sheet is in Antarctica. It's over 14 million square kilometers, 5.4 million square miles in area, making it the largest single mass of ice on Earth. 21. Ice cubes were patented. The first ice cube tray was patented in 1928 by Lloyd Groff Copeman, revolutionizing cold beverage preparation. 22. Supercooled water. Water can be cooled below its freezing point without turning into ice. Supercooled water freezes instantly when disturbed. 23. The thickest sea ice can be over 10 feet. Arctic sea ice can grow to over 3 meters, 10 feet thick in some areas, though it is thinning due to global warming. 24. Ice roads. In places like Canada and Alaska, ice roads are built on frozen lakes and rivers to transport goods in winter. 25. Ice skating was invented by early humans. Archaeologists believe ice skating originated over 3,000 years ago in Finland and was initially a method of transportation.